Welcome to Engendered, the show where we unpack stories, struggles, successes, shaping conversations on gender and identity. I am your host, Harriet Chibueze, and together we explore powerful narratives, challenges, stereotypes, and spotlight voices driving change in our world today. On today's episode, we'll be talking about breaking silence, confronting childhood sexual violence. In a conversation, we unpack impacts, challenges, and the voices pushing for meaningful changes. We'll go on a short break, and when we return, Engender continues. Welcome back. Today in the studio with me, I have very beautiful guests of mine that we need to talk about this topic, breaking the silence, confronting childhood sexual violence. As we all know, this is Engendered, and this is a place where we get to sit and talk about the female gender. And with me in the studio, by my right, I have with me Esther, Ezeobi. My beautiful friend, you're welcome.
Thank you for having me.
And the other side of me is Charity. Charity was with me here last week, and we did a lot of deliberation. We did justice to a lot of topics. Charity, Ileleji, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
All right, ladies, today we're talking about breaking the silence and confronting childhood sexual violence. First, what is childhood sexual violence? What do you understand by childhood sexual violence?
I think childhood sexual violence has to do with any inappropriate acts that is done to a minor sexually without his or her consent. So
far we mentioned minor, there's no consent in that case, because it is believed that before you, maybe let's say somebody from 18 years and above, so anybody from 18 below will consider the person is a minor. So you don't even need to seek the person's consent. What consent are you seeking anyway?
There is no way.
What consent are you seeking? You don't have to seek anybody's consent. It's violence. You're violating that person's rights.
Right. Yeah.
Charity, what do you have to say about violence, sexual violence, childhood sexual violence?
It's something that happens to children. It is done to children by people that are very close to them, where they cannot even say a word because they feel that those persons are to protect them.
Yeah.
So they can't speak. Sometimes it's even their father, their uncles, their teachers. So how would you expect a child whose father is violating her
Somebody who's supposed to protect
her to
is
speak?
rather destroying you.
Yeah, she can't speak, so she will be silent. And sometimes, even when she wants to speak, the society wouldn't let her speak.
Yeah, I think that's a major thing that is actually bedeviling our society these days. Stigma. Yeah, stigma is actually a major area of concern. Okay, we are raising children and we are supposed to protect them, and then in return they are being faced with violence right under our nose, and then they don't even get to talk about it. And this issue of stigma, children tend to grow up with a lot of stigma in the aspect of maybe cultural wise, religion, or maybe you're coming from a society where the women are not even allowed to talk. And then these children grow up with these things. Stigma is real. Stigma is actually real. I know of a story. I don't even want to waste any time at all, because I think that's the basic reason why we are even here. There's this story trending about a lady, Ochanya, may her soul rest in peace. She died at the age of 9 or so. She actually left her hometown because they didn't have school, or perhaps it was not a good government school. So she had to leave to come and stay with her aunt that was in a little bit of town that she could go to school. Right under that woman's nose, the son started sleeping with her. So one will sit and imagine, how will you start sleeping with a girl who is 9 years old and is your cousin? Do you understand? Later on, they said the woman's husband started sleeping with the child. Then one will ask again, is it madness? No, let's face reality here. Yeah, is this madness? Like the man has started one sort of madness that no one knows about or something. How will you see your child? Let me call that girl his child. How will you see your child and it's normal for you to sleep with that child? They didn't just sleep with the girl. She was infected. You know, what happens to childhood sexual violence is, because I know this is TV and all of that, we're not supposed to use some certain words and all, but when there is a forced penetration on a child, it can result to a lot of things. So she actually died of a particular disease. Medical condition. She died of a medical condition. I actually came for that protest in Abuja because I was angry, I was pissed. That was in 2019. The girl died in 2019. I wasn't in Abuja here, but I came into this town for that protest. I needed to do that protest just to satisfy myself because I don't like this issue of sexual violence among teenagers. Okay, she died. After some years, they said the man was arrested, the case was in court. Later, the judge now said, I think as of 2 years ago, last year, a judge sitting somewhere said the case lacked evidence. Wow. How painful. Wow. How painful. So imagine the pain of the mother when you get to hear that your 9-year-old child is dead because of this so thing. So that has been ongoing every year. I think some of us have been protesting in silence and God has been hearing our prayers. This year, we started protesting again. We were just a memorial, like every year it happens. Like well, somebody needs to remember Ochanya, how she died. They started this year. And thank God, women have come in. That is what we are now talking about, how sexual violence and then how the support system can come in. This lady, Senator Natasha, picked the case up.
Wow.
Yeah, she has picked the case up. So a lot of people are coming in now. So hopefully she may get justice for what went through with her. So let's talk about breaking the culture of silence. Some culture actually don't even believe that these kind of things are going on.
Okay.
Some cultures don't actually
obviously, Africa as a nation, we have the culture of silence.
Yeah.
You know, where your mom will tell you, let's protect the family name. Let's protect the family name. And I want to ask, at what cost?
Are you protecting the family name?
Are you protecting your so-called family name? At the cost of
your child?
Now, I've seen many instances of a mother being aware that her own child is being violated under her roof, and she decides to just, die the matter.
That's evil.
To protect the family name. So I think for us to start confronting this culture of silence, we have to start from the root, which is the family. We have to build structures that can help this young
to protect them.
Yes, to protect them.
Yeah.
Somebody that they can talk to. You get. Even in the schools, we have to raise structures where if a child is being violated, a safe space where she can, open up to a teacher, a counselor, and without the fear of stigma, the fear of what if they don't believe me? You get. So we have a lot to do in Africa as a nation. You hardly hear of these cases abroad in more advanced countries. You get, because they don't have those limiting cultures and traditions. But it's more rampant in Africa because of what we believe growing up, our tradition. Women are not supposed to
suppressing women, don't say something or don't talk whenever. I think that one is still happening in our society these days.
Protect family.
I think it's still happening because you go to some places where a woman will have to say something and then somebody will say, don't talk. Don't talk. That thing pisses me off. That thing pisses me off. Me, I must talk.
Exactly.
Wherever you tell me not to talk, that is where I will talk. I must say something because I grew up with a father who has allowed me to defend myself, who has allowed me to speak. He gave me a voice and he said, speak whenever you have to speak. So I don't think any man will be able to. You cannot do that. So I think we should all live in a society whereby we are able to raise children that they'll be able to speak out.
Yes.
So imagine that the child was being violated, and then she can come and say, Mommy, this is what this uncle did, this is what this person did to me. Let them be able to talk.
Yeah, when I was working as a teacher, I had an instance of a child. This is a child that is always, normally she's very confident. You know, she comes, this is a child that can come to the front of the class and say, I'm the most beautiful girl in this class. You know, but later on I started noticing she started withdrawing and all that. So one day she came close to me, she was like, Auntie, she was like, Miss Esther, I said, what was the problem? She said, my uncle took me to the toilet.
Oh my goodness.
And, you know, he molested her. Obviously, from what she described. You know, and I asked her, did you tell your mom? She said yes. I said, what did your mom do? She said, my mom beat me.
What?
And I was like, who am I? What am I supposed to do?
If the mom
cannot protect her.
Can you protect her? Well, you would have. Okay, let's say we had places where we can go and report.
That's what I was talking about, beating up structures.
Yes, let's say we have structures or an office where somebody can go in. But there are.
We have nothing.
Yes, there are. And NAPTI, somewhere around. I think I've been to that office even on that day of protesting for Ochanya's thing.
We have other agencies.
And we have other agencies. I think there are about two. The thing is about creating
good NGOs.
Yes, it's creating awareness.
Yes.
Let people know that these things are in existence, and you can actually just walk in and you get your help. May God save our children out there. There are lifelong impacts on these kids that are being violated. So some of them wake up with trauma. Some of them have depression. Ms. Charity, can you tell us how to manage this situation?
Okay. When you notice a child is being molested, like you see, the first thing you should do is seek a medical doctor for reports. You go, because there is no evidence, like the case of Oshana. Why the case was dismissed was that there was no evidence of penetration from the father. Do you understand? If when it happened, they went for a medical examination, they would have had a report to trace where it's coming from. So there is no trace. After that, you seek a police intervention. After that, you can pursue the case. While you're doing that, don't also forget the child mental health.
Of course, because these victims actually suffer from trauma.
Yes,
depression, self-low esteem.
Yes, psychologically, they will be down for life.
Yes,
mentally, they will be down for life. Some of them that are doing well in class, it could be male or female, that are doing well in class, they drop whatever they are doing, they drop. Sometimes they even avoid speaking to people.
Of course,
play with their peers. Instead, they do withdrawal. There's this withdrawal method in them. And also, for a parent, we should learn to give our children listening ear. Not when a child comes and wants to tell you something, you say, you're disturbing me, go first. And also tell a child the importance of those private parts. Do you understand how important they are? Why nobody should touch them, no matter who that person is, whether father, brother, mother, sister, uncle, neighbors, teachers. We have a case. While Oshana's case is going on, there is a case in Enugu of a father who raped. A father who raped his two daughters, molested his two daughters, 2 years and a 5-year-old. That's the father who is supposed to protect the children. So if the mother has told them that don't touch, don't let anybody, even if it's your daddy, tell him not to touch, report to me, those children will report.
You know, but the one other thing again, like we're facing, like what Esther said, one other thing again, like we're facing, I think our mothers or the women of this generation needs to do better.
Yes, they need to do better.
They need to do better. So imagine in the 21st century, a child is complaining to you that an uncle touched me. The only thing you can do is to beat that child. No. Why are you beating the child? So I think our mothers, women of this generation, we even need to do lots better. Let's protect these children if you cannot protect your child, I don't see a reason why you should give birth to that child anyway. I mean, that's my opinion. Because you give birth to these children, you need to protect them. If you can't protect them, there's no one else to protect them. The government is not their primary assignment is not to that child. You as a parent, you are their primary assignment, a primary person to protect them, the first person that they can reach. So I think women out there, we really need to do better. We're talking about healings of all the survivors. Yes, it's easy for these people to heal, but a lot needs to be done. Rather, it's not even easy for them to. It's not easy. It's not easy because imagine a child. Let's put ourselves in the shoes of back. Let's take out maybe like 20 years out of our years, or even maybe like 30 years out of our years. Maybe we're around that age of 10. Let's just have that kind of reflection. So imagine somebody putting you in that position of an adult, doing things to you like you are an adult. You know, a lot of women are going through a lot now, but we have refused to trace and give them time to talk. But if you allow them to talk, they will be able to tell you where they are coming from. There are some of them that professionally they cannot even do well. Why? Because you're sitting somewhere, you're having some imagination in your head, like this kind of a thing happened to me. Childhood dreams are being damaged. They are being damaged by all these things. So it's not easy. Let me not withdraw that statement. It's not easy to heal, but there's possibility that they can be healed with proper care and with professional support. These people can be healed. And if justice is being done to the perpetrators of this act, be it a father, like me, if that kind of a thing should happen, I think that should be a death sentence. It should be a death sentence because you are not. I
think there's a bill being passed now
concerning that, right?
Yes, that it should be a death sentence.
Yeah, it should be a death sentence because you shouldn't be among human beings. You shouldn't be. We've had a lot of violence already going on. We don't want this kind of infants haunting the future with our own bare hands. So it's a lot. It is a lot to deal with. It is not easy for these people to heal. Every child deserves to grow up free from harm, from fear and harm. And every adult bears a responsibility to make that a reality. It is our responsibility. It's our responsibility. So let's take up that cross and do what we have to do and save the universe. Let's save the world. Well, it is actually very painful getting to talk about some of these things, but we can't help it. There are things bedeviling the society, so we need to talk about them always and anytime we can. That is why we have this platform, that whatever we need to talk about, even if our voices are not being heard now, we believe that our voices will be heard, and somebody is sitting out there and the person is listening. At least the little ones should know that we are fighting for them. This is a fight. What we are doing here, it's a fight that we are fighting for them and all. God will help us all. Okay, let's talk about how is childhood sexual violence different from other forms of child abuse?
Okay, so we have different types of child abuse. We have the physical abuse, we have the emotional abuse. The physical abuse has to do with hitting a child, beating a child. Then the emotional abuse has to do with it's not really, it's emotional because it's not physical.
It could be word of mouth, yes.
Threats, rejection. Then there's also neglect.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Where you refuse to take care of a child, you're not paying the child's fees. You see some children hawking when they're supposed to be in school. That's neglect.
Yeah.
But physical, sexual abuse is so different, and I think it's the most hurtful type of abuse because it takes
to a child.
It takes a lot to heal. If somebody hurts you physically now, the wound you can go. You
can actually go for treatment,
and you'll be well. Emotional abuse, you can hurt for that while, but you will not always remember those hurtful words, and after a while it will go. But physical, sexual abuse is, to me, is like the deepest. And it's the most painful.
Even adults, it's difficult for adults to recover from that. So just imagine a child. It's difficult for adults. But
and sexual abuse is beyond having sexual activity with a child. It also involves exposing a child to sexual content. I've heard of parents that carelessly keep adult films around for children to just, which is very wrong. You get, no matter your preferences in your marriage, make sure that
there should be control.
It should be control. They should not see some kind of materials. So sexual abuse has to do with any activity that has to do with sexuality involving a child.
Okay.
So it's beyond, it includes physically touching a child in an inappropriate way.
Are you supposed to even touch a child in an inappropriate way? This thing is sickening. It's
calling a child my wife.
How? You know,
making them understand that there is something called wife and husband.
Let me just tell you story here. There's this friend of my dad that I hated till now. I don't even know if the man is still alive. Is that wife of a thing that you're calling that I remembered? Growing up, this man will come to visit our house, and then he will be calling me my wife, and you see me running. I'll always run and go to hide. I never liked that man because I was not of age that you could start calling me your wife. You understand? So these are the kind of men, if a room was given to that man,
yes,
he would have done something to me. Why? Because he had already started admiring me at a very tender age. So if he had the opportunity, he would have taken advantage of me. But I hated him. So it's like my mom noticed it. So the man, all of a sudden, the man stopped coming to our house. All right, we'll go on a short break, and when we return, Engender continues. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Engendered. We were just talking about child violence, abuse on the children. We have been able to discuss extensively concerning things that adults shouldn't do to children. Most of these victims, they are under our roof, and children need our protection. So we are not supposed to do what they are not supposed to take. We're not supposed to do some kind of behaviors or expose them to some kind of lives that they are not supposed to go through. Let's protect our children. Let's save the planet. So, no, Charity, there are signs that children might be experiencing childhood violence in their homes. What are the common signs that one can actually just dictate that, yes, this is what a child is going through? What are these signs?
If you are a very careful parent or guardian, you will notice your child's withdrawal. That's one. If that child is still of the age of you bathing them, you will notice they wouldn't want you to touch them on their private part because it's paining them.
Yeah.
That's two. Three, you notice that the child smells in a way that they don't smell.
Like children.
They start smelling.
Okay.
There's this awful odor that comes out of from them because of what is entering them. They are not cleaning it.
Okay.
The spermatozoa that is entering them, they are not cleaning it. Those are very common signs of a child being molested.
Okay, I think some of them can even silence. They can even go back to their shells. They will not like to talk.
They will not like to talk.
People
That's why I said withdrawal. That's the first. That's the first case. That's the first sign. The withdrawal. They will want to withdraw.
Okay, what causes and contributions factors? What are the causes and contribution factors towards these things?
If you ask me the causes, I wouldn't say the childs are careless. Like they said, the Oshanas. I will still use the Oshanya case as a case study. They said she was dressing inappropriately. A child cannot dress inappropriately.
That's the first time I'm hearing that.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah,
a child cannot. So it's just a useless urge from a man or from a woman to a child. I don't see why you will see a child as an adult. Sorry, this is TV station. We're not supposed to say some words. Sex is cheap. Why don't you go out and get it? Why come home for that child? Do you understand? So the factors leading to men doing it, I don't see it.
It's actually wrong.
It is wrong.
Whatever it is, it is wrong.
Yes.
There, for no reason you can't look at a child and begin to say you're dressing. How is the child supposed to dress?
There's nothing on that child's chest.
There's nothing. Exactly. That's the point. There's nothing on that child's chest. So what are you looking for?
She's not making her hair. She's not wearing makeup. She's not well dressed. Sexually dressed.
In her case, let's talk about how does poverty or family instability increase child's vulnerability to sexual abuse?
Poverty.
Well, I think it has to do with, this case of go and live with your uncle. That's what happened to Ochanya, right?
Exactly.
Go and live with your auntie. Personally, I don't believe in sending your children to go and live with any, no matter the situation. Stay with your child. Pray, God will help you. You will always find a way to, sort out
go about it.
Because that child you are sending out to go and live, how sure are you that the person you are sending that child to will take care of that child 100%?
I just feel mothers these days, they are not just listening, and they are not just
that is happening.
They're not just, somebody can just take off their child from the village and send it to somebody claiming my sister stays in the city.
I lived with my auntie. I was not sexually molested or anything, but it was a terrible experience. So I vowed, I said none of my children
will ever
go to live with anybody. Okay, imagine that in my case I was not sexually harassed, but I made that decision. Then talk more of somebody
who is being harassed,
who is being sexually harassed. So I'm not an advocate of sending your children to, whether it's your sister, your brother, your uncle. I don't care.
Stay with your child.
Stay with your child.
Esther, stay with your child. Stay with your child and manage.
Manage yourself. Stay with your child. Protect your child.
Charity, what do you have to say about
we are different.
Of course, we are
different. Me, my child can stay anywhere. Can stay with my brothers. Can stay with my sister. Does not stop them from living their lives. You could have good siblings, good family members that will take care of your child just as they will take care of their own children. You understand? There are cases of mothers pouring hot water on their children. They are their mothers. So it doesn't really matter whether they are living with their parents. It's first of all the heart of the man. There are some treatments a mother would give to a child. The child doesn't take it deeply, like my mother has maltreated me. But if somebody else treats that child the same way, the child feels maltreated. I am a child that stayed with different persons. I stayed with my mother, I stayed with my brother, I stayed with my sister, I stayed with my cousins.
I think it's just luck.
She's my family.
I have a similar story too. I actually grew up, part of my life, I grew up with someone, my father's friend, not even a relation.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Yeah. I grew up with someone, my father's friend, and I was treated like a first daughter.
Wow.
Yeah, till date, I refer to the woman as my second mother.
Yes.
So it's more like if my mother is no more today, she can step in as a mother to me.
Yes.
So I feel all this thing is about luck. And like you said, it's about people who have good hearts.
Exactly.
And the people who have the fear of God in them. Because it takes only the fear of God in you
to treat
someone nicely. So the truth is people are actually going through a lot.
People are going through
like
a lot.
you said, you can be with your mother will so beat you, so pour hot water on you. The woman will make you feel like you're not even her child. My mother was that disciplined, a primary school headmistress. My mom is a primary school headmistress. So imagine that picture. Oh Jesus, this woman used to flog me. Small mistake. If I do a little mistake, my mother will beat me. In fact, I have lived with my mother's fear of beating. That has shaped my life.
Thank you.
Till date.
Thank you.
Before now that I was married, if 6 p.m. I check my time and it's 6 p.m. I will begin to be rushing back to my house. I'm not rushing back. Nobody's there to question me because I was actually staying alone. My mother is the one who call me to question me, why are you coming back late? But that fear of that beating, the fear of that beating. So my mother beat me. Beating. My mother flogged me. I didn't have the chance to make a mistake in my life. She never gave me that chance. So there are some mothers like that, and some of them I feel is out of wickedness. So it's not a normal thing.
No, it's not out of wickedness.
My sister,
It's out of discipline.
you cannot beat your child and pour hot water on your child.
No, some mothers do. They don't know when they are doing it, but that's their own way of showing I am disciplined.
No,
do you understand?
No. That's violence.
I have seen a mother who burnt a child with fire.
What was the reason?
Okay, she said because the child a girl of between 17, 18, went to meet a man, a boy. Do you understand? When she came home, what the mother did was to carry a stick of firewood, a firewood, a stick of fire, and burnt the girl. She took the girl to the pharmacy, treated the girl. That's the mother. Today, the girl is not angry, but if it's somebody's mother that did that to her,
definitely,
years later, she will remember that trauma. But right now, the only remembrance she has on that trauma is that, my mama disciplined. If not my mama disciplined, if not my mama for carry unwanted pregnancy, that's what she would.
No, I can be grateful to my mom too, but I think that's I can.
Extreme.
Yes, that's extreme discipline.
No, some persons, some it's not in today's world. In today's world, she'll be arrested.
Yeah.
There are some women that are still doing that to their children.
No, in today's world, many people who are even our neighbors who are arrested.
There are some women that still do that. That's too extreme. I feel that's too extreme. Yeah, I love discipline. Like I'm saying, I still live in my mother's fear. Let me not lie to you, I still live in my mother's fear. I am very free talking to my father, but oh God, for me to come have a normal communication with my mom, I don't know when she will be offended. You understand? And you know, mothers, they begin to tell you, don't think that you have grown up, I cannot do this kind of a thing to you. You understand? They still have their way of punishing adults. So I'm still like that. You know, these women are very, very, they are rude.
No, I'm still like that. I'm still like that. My daughter, she's 23. She's 23. Some months back, she has gone to school. She has served. She's working.
Okay.
She was supposed to make me food. She didn't make me food. I got angry. I flogged her with my mop stick.
Why would
until
you do
the
that?
mop stick broke.
No. A 22-year-old girl.
Yeah. After some days, both of us we cried. I cried. She cried. After crying, she just for days we apologized to each other. She just told me, Mama. I said yes. She said I want to relocate.
Even me, I go ask for that relocation. I will relocate.
I said to where? He said to Lagos. I said, your brother is in Lagos. You are here with me. Who will not stay? No. Say you can manage.
Yes, you can. No, you are capable of handling yourself. You know, adults beating adults. I don't punish you.
So when she left, I thought till now we talk every day. We talk almost all the time. But I feel if I had not taken that action because of food, do you understand? Because
that's the reason why most of us are not close to our parents.
Yes, I have two children. They are close to me, but there are times they don't talk to me deeply because they don't know my next move.
Okay. Esther, what do you have to say to the world? What can you tell the women out there how to protect their children?
Okay, I'll say women, be sensitive to your children. You know, listen to especially your girl child. I know boys too are molested, but
of course,
I always say that women are the endangered species in our world. So be sensitive to your girl child, listen to your boy child, listen to them. Don't wave aside whatever they tell you. That's what I just have to say.
Okay, Charlie, so what do you have to say?
I'll take our words. Be sensitive to your child. Always pay attention to them and try to pay attention to duties, their feelings. Always put yourself in their shoes, always, at all the time.
Okay. All right. Childhood sexual violence is not just a personal tragedy, it is a societal failure. Protecting children demands collective vigilance from families, schools, faith institutions, and governments. Silence only empowers abusers. Speaking out saves lives. A safer world for children begins when we choose to listen, believe, and act. For those of us listening out there, we may have not done justice so much to this topic, but we hope to treat it again some other time. Our children needs to be protected. Our children needs to stay in a safe place. We need to save the planet. So until next time, we will have to talk about some basic issues that have to do of protecting a girl child, not just a girl child. The boy child is also being molested too. So until next time, we will continue on this conversation. Thank you so much for listening today. Bye.